You wake up. Before your feet even touch the floor, your hand moves. It finds your phone. The screen lights up. Email, Instagram, TikTok, news. A flood of color and noise enters your brain before you have even had a conscious thought. You tell yourself you are just waking up. You are just checking the world. But by the time you actually get out of bed, something has already been taken from you. Your motivation is gone. The world looks gray. Throughout the day, you feel it. You try to read a book, but the sentences blur. You try to watch a movie, but you reach for your phone 10 minutes in. You try to work, but your mind feels like it is full of static. You are constantly bored, yet constantly overstimulated. You feel numb. You feel like a ghost in your own life. You might think you are depressed. You might think you have developed ADHD as an adult, but the truth is much simpler and much more terrifying. Your brain is not broken. It is fried. You are suffering from severe dopamine downregulation. You have flooded your nervous system with so much cheap pleasure that you have lost the ability to feel anything at all. Welcome to Depth Within. Today, we are going to repair your fried brain. To fix this, we have to understand what dopamine actually is. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure molecule. They think dopamine is what you feel when you eat chocolate or get a like on Instagram. Neuroscience shows us that dopamine is not about having. It is about wanting. It is the molecule of craving. It is the engine that drives you to seek, to hunt, to move. In the ancient world, this system was perfect. If you were hungry, dopamine spiked to make you hunt. When you found food, the dopamine dropped, and you felt satisfied. The effort matched the reward. But in the modern world, we have broken this equation. We have separated the reward from the effort. You can see a naked body without finding a partner. You can see a feast without hunting. You can feel social validation without having a real conversation. You get the prize without the work. And here's the catch. Your brain does not know the difference between a real survival victory and a video game victory. It releases dopamine either way. But because you didn't work for it, the circuit shorts out. You are pressing the pleasure button thousands of times a day. And just like a loud noise, if you hear it for too long, you go deaf. Your brain is protecting itself by becoming deaf to pleasure. Let's use an analogy. Imagine you love spicy food. The first time you eat a jalapeno, it burns. It is intense. You feel Italiano. But if you eat ghost peppers every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what happens? The jalapeno starts to taste like water. An apple tastes like cardboard. Eventually, you need the spiciest pepper on earth just to feel something. This is exactly what has happened to your dopamine receptors. Scientists call this downregulation. When you scroll on TikTok for 2 hours, you are blasting your brain with ghost peppers of information. High speed, high contrast, infinite novelty. Your brain detects this massive flood of chemical stimulation and says, "This is too much. We are going to burn out." So it removes dopamine receptors. It turns down the volume dial. This leads to a state I call digital diabetes. Just as a diabetic becomes resistant to insulin because of too much sugar, you have become resistant to life because of too much cheap dopamine. This is why normal things feel painful. Reading a book feels boring because it is low dopamine. Talking to your family feels slow because it is low dopamine. Working on your business feels impossible. It's not that these things are hard. It's that your baseline for stimulation is so artificially high that real life cannot compete. You are not lazy. You are just numb. So you search online for a solution. You find the dopamine detox. You decide to turn off your phone for 24 hours. You sit in a room. You meditate. You feel better for a day, but then Monday comes. You go back to your phone, and within 3 days, you are back to the addiction. Why does this fail? Because 24 hours is not enough to regrow neural tissue. If you break your leg, you don't rest for 1 day and then go run a marathon. You need weeks of rehabilitation. Your brain is physically changed. It needs time to upregulate, to grow those receptors back. A detox implies You just need to flush out a toxin. But this isn't about flushing something out. This is about healing a wound. You don't need a detox. You need a lifestyle rehabilitation. How do we actually fix this? How do we lower your tolerance so that life becomes colorful again? We need a protocol that is sustainable. We are not going to live like monks in a cave. We are truck drivers, workers, students. We have to live in the world. Rule number 1. The morning guardrail. This is non-negotiable. For the first 60 minutes of your day, your phone must be in another room. The morning is when your neurochemistry is most sensitive. If you blast it with cheap dopamine immediately, you set the baseline for the whole day. If you scroll in bed, you have already lost the day. Keep the first hour analog. Drink coffee. Look at the sky. Stretch. Let your dopamine rise naturally, not artificially. Rule number 2, embrace friction. We are addicted to convenience. We want the video to load instantly. We want the food delivered now. You need to reintroduce friction. If you want to watch YouTube, force yourself to watch it on a TV or a computer, not your phone. If you want to eat junk food, make a rule that you have to walk to the store to get it. Make the bad habits harder to do. This forces your brain to connect effort with reward again. Rule number 3, the boredom practice. This is the most painful part, but the most necessary. You must allow yourself to be bored. When you are waiting in line, or sitting in traffic, or waiting for the kettle to boil, do not pull out your phone. Just stand there. Feel the agitation. That itching feeling? That is your brain screaming for a hit. Let it scream. Every time you resist the urge to scroll, you are strengthening your prefrontal cortex. You are regrowing a receptor. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the fertilizer for creativity. You cannot have deep thoughts if your mind is constantly consuming other people's shallow thoughts. The goal of this process is not to stop using technology. The goal is to regain your autonomy. Right now, you are a slave to your own biochemistry. Algorithms are hacking your survival instincts to sell you ads. They are frying your brain to keep you watching. But imagine a life where you can sit down to work for 2 hours without checking your phone. Imagine watching a sunset and actually feeling joy instead of thinking about how to photograph it. Imagine waking up and feeling excited about the day, not anxious. That life is possible, but you have to earn it back. You have to be willing to sit in the quiet. You have to be willing to let your brain heal. If you are ready to reclaim your mind, drop a like on this video. Comment focus down below if you are committing to the morning guardrail tomorrow, and subscribe to Depth Within. We are building a resistance against the noise. Clear your mind. I'll see you in the next one.